Eden. Well, I guess we could. Alright, and we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. And let me put a little something in the chat. So, should be, it's not in here. So, boop. We'll pin it. Alright. Just to be sure, because I did make mention of it on my one of my recent community posts on here, because I didn't really like the way things kind of escalated, and it was my fault. Honestly, I'll take the responsibility for it. But yeah, I did escalate things to a pretty spadicy level, we'll say, on the previous live stream, which I deleted right after I went off air. So that's long off the platform. And for those of you who tuned into that one, I'm really sorry. It was not in a good headspace, and got a little too triggered, I guess you could say, about stuff. So I've decided to put into effect a rule to where we're not going to be mentioning any sort of negative topics or anything like that. You know, I've usually been pretty liberal about whatever could be mentioned on here. You know, we can just kind of talk about whatever, just chat shit with you guys, and no big deal, right? But I think in doing that, I've sort of, in some ways, let the vampire in, as it's been said. Oh, almost forgot. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to reconnect here. Just hang in there for a sec, guys. Okay, now we're back. Alright. Took it a sec, so, yeah, sorry about that. I, again, forgot to turn my VPN off. So sometimes it causes the stream to lag. In most other cases, it's fine, so I like using it, but for stuff that requires a bit more real-time latency, like live streams, I usually turn it off, but forgot to, so sorry about that. But yeah, like I was saying, so we're not going to be mentioning any sort of negative topics anymore in the stream going forward, just because, you know, I know there's a lot of people who have come over to my channels because of my association with certain people, and they think that because we had a falling out in our relationship that I'm just totally bitter about the situation. I'm just gonna talk shit about the person or other similar people, and that's not really the case. You know, like in the case of old Hambone, like, we've had no contact since the split, and that's been like, what, a year and a half ago at this point? I think, almost, getting there. But yeah, I just have no interest of, you know, continuing to talk shit about him or anybody else in similar situations. So best to just move on. So if you guys are here for that sort of content, I'm sorry to disappoint, but we're not going to be talking about it anymore. So, and those of you who want to you know, mention those sorts of things in the chat or in comments on my videos, you will be dealt with. So I put that up in the pin thing. So anyway, getting off my soapbox here. Yo, Uchide Japan. I really need to learn how to pronounce that. I keep on fucking it up. But yeah, hell negativity, not sure about the situation, but I like to say, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, so just one of them things. but we'll zip on over to Premiere so you guys can see it, right? Okay, cool. I really need to get 2 monitors, but this desk is like so tiny. So, like, I can barely fit the 1 monitor on here. Here, let me get comments up here. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Where's... Okay. Alright, cool. So now we got all that stuff up. Let's go ahead and edit this new episode of Eric Mealtime. And this is going to be doing Panda Express USA versus Panda Express Japan. So it's a collaboration between him and the Dude's Got It, his son. And he also has his other son with him in Japan as well, Megabrain 6100. So basically I just have the video files all separated. So yeah, this little chunk right here is the Dude's Got It stuff. And then I think this is, yeah, that's Eric's stuff. Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be Eric's stuff, and then yeah, so we'll go on from there. Now, originally in this, there was a whole bunch of footage of Eric and his son Megabrain going to the cat cafe, but I felt like it didn't really jive with the rest of the video, so I decided to just take it out, and it's going to be its own separate video. So we're going to put that up later as like an Eric bonus time or something like that. I think the raw footage is a little over 20 minutes. Probably get that down to like 10 or 8, depending. I'll try to keep as much in there as I can, but I haven't looked over all the footage in its entirety anyway. So, yep, gonna be getting that out right after this one. So be on the lookout for some Eric bonus time. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions about Premiere or whatever, just let me know and I'll be sure to say a little something something.
Ooh, the Panda in Japan's got ice cream. Ho ho ho. Looks.
So I've been trying to make the Eric Mealtime episodes a little bit tighter. What's a good mic to hook up to an iPhone and GoPro? Oh, fantastic question. So for GoPro, they have their own little like media kit that you can get, and it's like basically like a case that wraps around it and connects to the little port on the inside, so you can get a good mic for that. For an iPhone, I would probably recommend one of the Zoom, or not the Zoom. Actually, yeah, Zoom does make mics for the iPhone. I forgot about that. So you can get one of those, or you can get one of the Rode mics. They have a USB-C mic that I tried out initially, didn't really like it, but I think iPhone has like some features where you can like tweak the gain, but my Samsung Galaxy didn't have those features, and it suffered from some static and stuff as well. So I'm not really sure if that's the mic's problem or if it's the phone's problem. So that's why I ended up returning it. But I still have one of the Rode. I have the Rode Video Mic Me that just plugs into the 3.5 headphone jack, and as long as I have it on airplane mode, it's totally fine. Like with that Trash Taste episode I did for class, I actually just recorded that on my voice app on my phone. I just had the Rode Video Mic Me connected to my phone, turn on the voice app, said my lines, and really there wasn't a whole lot of audio editing that I did with that. I mean, I adjusted the volume and stuff a little bit, but most of what you hear is pretty much exactly what it was on the original take. And I remember when I first used that app, it was for some of the early Andy Japandy episodes when I came back to Japan, because I did it as like narration type stuff, and I was really surprised at how well it sounded. So I was like, oh shit, I won't have to do a whole lot of editing with it to get it to sound good, because you know you don't want it to hear too much like background noise and all this other crap. you know, if you're doing voiceover, and that app for some reason just sounds amazing. So yeah, I would say, you know, for your iPhone, it'd either be like one of the Rode mics or a one of the Zoom mics. Not to be confused with the Zoom the program, but Zoom the electronics sort of deal. Because, you know, the ones that make the mics and the stuff like that. I forget the... I'll just look it up on my phone real quick. iPhone mic. It's called the... Well, they got the IQ6 and the IQ7. So you can get either one of those, or you could get the Rode USB-C, or like the lightning cable version. They're all about the same price. In Japan, they're just a little over Ichiman yen, so a little over $100. But I'm sure you can get them much, much cheaper if you're living in Merkagin land. Might be able to get some of them used. Yeah, if I can get the IQ6 for like $80, the IQ7 for $100. Yeah, the difference is the IQ6 has fixed mics, whereas IQ7 you can adjust them, I guess. So, you know, depends on your budget and stuff. But yeah, I think those would... Oh, shit. Killed the comments, I'm sorry. That's cool, the audio sounded good, appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, man, no worries.
Cream. Ho, ho, ho. Looks like they're...
Speaking of audio, the audio for the Premiere project isn't too much, is it? I'm afraid of like turning it on OBS because you might get echo because I'm listening to it on my speakers instead of my headphones. Yeah, I got this guy off of Amazon JP a couple weeks ago, and I fucking love it. Just a little Anchor Bluetooth speaker. It was like $40, $35, I think. Works great, and it's not too loud because that was the thing. Like, I didn't want like the super humongous speakers to where like my neighbors will be like, "Yo." But still loud enough for me to like be able to clearly hear stuff, and these guys work great. So.
Oh, looks like their recommended first dish is the steak and shrimp. Oh, I'm having that for sure. It's plus 220 yen though, so premium. Having that for sure.
Oop.
Plus 220 yen.
Okay.
Oh, I'm having that for sure. It's plus 220 yen though, so premium. Yeah. The premium.
Okay.
The fried rice is looking... Premium. The fried rice is looking good. Of course, broccoli beef, that's pretty common.
I do like my beef and broccoli, man. Actually, I'm kind of looking here. Wait a minute. Hold on. What are... Oop. I forgot to check something. Okay. Are these in 1080? Hold on. Let me check something here. Because I think these are in 4K. If I remember right. Now they're in 1080 for some reason. Because I'm sure this is with the A7S III, but he turned them into fucking 1080 for some reason. Yeah, they're all in fucking 1080. Lame. I keep telling him to do 4K. Well, let's see if these are in... Probably not. Nah. Okay. What about these? Nah, it's the same. Jesus. Yeah, I'm not expecting good quality from the dude, but Eric Surf 6 though. What's the matter with you, Eric? Why you no put it on 4K? Ugh. I mean, it's gonna make rendering really easy, but yeah. Which reminds me, rechecks. Okay, so okay, that's good. All right, cool. Just making sure. Yeah, because sometimes I forget the frame rates and everything. Because originally, when I was back in Mercagen Land, I had everything at 30 frames per second, just because I thought it looked like nice and smooth and stuff. But when I came to Japan, in order to you know, still have 30 frames per second, I'd have to like readjust the shutter speed and all that, and everything just kind of looked a little wonky. So I decided to just shift everything over to 24 frames per second, so that way the shutter speed syncs with the 50 hertz lighting. So that's why you see, well, I guess you can't see it here on the cam, can you? No, I have it set on it, so good, it's working. But yeah, okay, cool, just make sure. But yeah, so if you have it on like 50 hertz lighting, like in this part of Japan, if you go further south in Japan, it's 60 hertz lighting, so that's another thing to kind of screw with your head. So you have to remember. So if we take a trip down to like Hiroshima or Fukushima, not Fukushima, but Fukuoka or Nagasaki or whatever, I got to remember to flip everything over to 30 FPS, 1/60th shutter speed instead of 1/50th. So just a little pro tip for y'all. So that's why some of the footage from scenes in Japan, especially if it's shot in slow motion, you know, with all the lights and stuff, that's why it's all like flickery and gross looking, because of the shutter speed. So a lot of people don't want to change it to a company or to come out of a company, whatever words.
20 yen though, so premium. The fried rice is looking good. Of course, broccoli beef.
Oh, we already.
5 flavors from.
Okay. Okay.
Beef, that's pretty common. 5 flavors shrimp. Black pepper shrimp. Shrimp, black pepper chicken, mushroom chicken, mabo tofu. They got mabo tofu. They got mabo tofu. Orange chicken. You can't get mabo tofu. Orange chicken, you can't go wrong with that. Have you ever had orange chicken? Orange chicken. They got the orange t-shirts. They got the orange chicken. Orange chicken. Orange chicken.
Actually, Control Z and then hit.
Mongolian pork in the back. Chicken. Mongolian pork in the back. Pork in the back. I'm definitely getting the mabo tofu. We should get different ones, okay? Okay. I'm definitely getting the Mongolian pork.
Okay.
In the back. I'm definitely getting the mabo tofu. We should get different ones, okay? Okay. I'm definitely getting the Mongolian pork. Kung Pao chicken, that's really popular in America. Yeah. And we'll get a couple spring rolls, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. You ready? You ready?
Okay. I'll just cut it off there. Okay, so actually, hold on. Well,
so you can choose this or that. Fried rice, so you can choose.
Yeah, so we'll kind of skip that part. Not really all that exciting, especially in the first like couple minutes.
And we'll get a couple spring rolls, I guess. So you can choose this or that. Yeah. Right? Or vegetable? Yeah, or vegetable substitute. Base menu. Hi, base for you, right? Yeah. You can choose any of those for the base menu. Tone and.
Okay, so.
Yeah, or vegetable substitute.
We'll cut that little part out. So.
Yeah, or vegetable substitute. Tone and. Good choice.
Ooh.
I think you can do half and half too, but as long as we got different ones.
Okay. Gotta be careful because I copyright content.
Man, the mambo tofu. As long as we got different ones. Man, the mambo tofu. Hi, we got some mouse.
Ooh. Okay, so.
We got some mouse.
Yeah, the thing about well, copyright, Chan, you gotta be a little quick on the draw sometimes. That's why sometimes, if you're wondering why some Eric Mealtime videos are like very tightly cut, more so than usual, it's usually because of copyrighted music. We had to cut out some. There's even been like parts where I had to, cut out huge sections of the videos because there was a copyright song being played and it get picked up. So, yeah. And then there was actually a couple episodes. The Heart Attack Grill was a good example, actually, where I couldn't use any of the episode. Like, no matter what we did, I tried cutting out sections. I tried doing this, tried doing that. You know, because the music was so loud, like, it would keep getting picked up by the algorithm, every content ID or whatever. So what we did, I eventually just kind of was like, screw it. We're gonna just make this whole thing like a music montage and only keep in like certain bits where there wasn't really music or the music was like really super low. And that episode turned out to be one of his like most viewed episodes ever of Eric Mealtime anyway. So I think that definitely worked out. And I really liked putting that one together specifically just because it was so different from his usual content, which is, you know, very long form and just him going to places, doing stuff, and all that kinds of stuff. You know, I wonder if when travel opens up, there's a guy I want. There's several people I want Eric to collab with. One of them, if we ever get a chance to go down to England, is you guys might know this. Rate My Takeaway. It's this Northern English dude going out to various takeaway or carry out restaurants in England, and he has this little. His gimmick is he has this little table and chair, and he just, you know, grabs a little takeaway, carry out food or whatever, and just sets up the table and chair and just eats it and rates it. And he's just a really nice, down to earth, good old bloke. I think he's from like Yorkshire or something like that, but yeah, just a really nice Northern English type guy. And I'd love to see Eric do a collab with him. Sitting at the table eating some takeaway. That'd be fun. I mean, I've only been to England once. I mean, that was just like through the London airport. So like, was I even really in England? You know, not really. So I'd love to get out there and explore and stuff. Be a lot of fun. And then, of course, a bit more locally, there is someone I want Eric to collab with, like, really fucking bad. And that's T's Barbecue Japan. He's on Instagram. And he does this, like, Texas-style brisket and, you know, like smoked sausage and all this kinds of really good stuff. Even though I know Eric's not a super meat eater or whatever, I know that that video will do extremely well. I'll make damn sure of it too. we're gonna go all Guga Foods on that business. Just get all the good angles and, you know, the good eating plates and stuff like that, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Plus the dude just seems like really super chill, you know. And of course, you know, a lot of the heavy hitters I alluded to earlier with Guga Foods. God, I would love to just like you know, get to see like a behind the scenes of how they actually make the videos and stuff like that, because I watch their content on YouTube like all the time. It's almost like my bedtime ritual. It's kind of crazy, but I go before I go to bed. I watch an episode of either Guga Foods or Sous Vide Everything. Sous Vide Everything, I think, is the one that uploads like right as I'm going to bed. And yeah, just they're you know, the whole Guga content stuff is just amazing. I love it, and definitely want to, you know, have a good collab with him. Get some of that fine ass Wagyu. And then of course, you know, Mark Weens. Everyone, this is Mark Weens. I hope you're having an amazing day today. You know, oh man. Saw him with that, did the pizza video up in, I think it was New Haven, Connecticut. Or, yeah, I think it was New Haven. I believe he's up in the, you know, the East Coast of Mercantile Land. So, there's that. Trying to think of like some other foodie channels in Japan, or just like channels that like cook stuff, because I think those channels would do really well. Oh gosh, what about I forget his name. He's the cooking cowboy. Oh geez, his name Kenny. Kent, I think. Cowboy Kent Rollins, yeah. God, I'd love for him to do a collab with Eric. Oh man. Eric is pretty much down to collab with anybody though, but for me, I kind of have like my dream tier lists of people he could like really get along with and eat some really good food, you know. So. 大丈夫です。はい。あと、このステーキ。Oh shit. プラス200。Okay, so. 大丈夫です。はい。Okay, so we'll get it there. Save. Okay, so that's them. Set up the plates. Okay, it's just gonna do a quick little look about. Get the ones, and then that, and then there. Okay, so from here, I just gotta like, excuse me, lay out the structure of the video. So this is like Eric's little chunk here, right? And this is the dude's stuff. So he's gonna look over the food, and then okay, I see. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do. Because with these collabs, I try to make it as even as possible. It's a little hard because usually the dude's got it doesn't really shoot a whole lot of stuff. So it just seems like Eric just dominates the video, just because I have more Eric Star 6 footage than I do of the dude. So it just kind of is what it is sometimes. But I try to even it up. So like with them going to the Panda Express, getting the food. So we're gonna have them, get the food and stuff, and then we're gonna have the dude get the food and stuff, and then we're gonna go back to them, and they're going to kind of show what they got, and then we're gonna go back to the dude, and he's gonna be the one. Him and Jules are gonna be the ones to eat the first food. And usually, I like to break it up into like by dish. That's usually what I do. So like once the dude and Jules get done eating a dish, then we'll go back to Eric, them eating a dish, and then just kind of ping pong back and forth. But since the dude and Jules don't really eat a whole lot comparatively to Eric, usually I just try to find natural breaks within the video and just kind of go from there. But it's not always easy. Sometimes it's a little jarring, but Shogunai and such. Shogunai, my guy. But oh, I just remembered another collab. Even though he's done this one like a million times already, and I've edited like a lot of them. But the Niseko pizza. That's like, the white whale for me as far as videos that I want to shoot and edit. Because I've edited like 3 or 4 of them at this point. I think like 4 altogether. But to actually go there and like film on set, and actually like because he's friends with the owner, we'll have like backstage access or like kitchen access and stuff like that. We'll actually get to learn how they cook stuff and just kind of get more behind the scenes, and I'll be able to get in there and I'll have like the zoom lens, seeing like the pizza pies getting cooked in that wood oven. You see like the flames and stuff coming up, and the crust and stuff bubbling up. It's just like, oh, so good. And he also cooks like a bunch of other stuff too, so to be able to get as much of a breath of that as possible would be good. So I'm fucking stoked, to say the least.
大丈夫です。はい。プラス220円かな。はい。じゃあ、大丈夫ですよ。はい、じゃあこっち。はい、お願いします。
Is this part needed? Okay, so we'll cut it off there, just because you can't really hear what they're saying, and it's not really all that important. And plus, with the music, you gotta cut that stuff out.
So you can choose it.
Okay, so I might actually move that part forward.
So you can choose either the bowl, the plate, or the bigger plate. So we're just going for these. It's lunchtime, and we'll get some side order of. We're just going for these.
Actually, no, I think we'll just keep this here, just so it's consistent, I guess.
Hi, so you can choose either the bowl, the plate, or the bigger plate. So we're just going for these. It's lunchtime. And we'll get some side.
Okay, have you been to Miyashita Koen Food Court? No, I've not. Where's that at? Miyashita Koen. Sounds familiar. Oh, I might have been, actually. Let me see. That is... Oh, that's probably where the Panda Express is. I see it right here. So that's where it's at. It's got the same Same layout and everything. Although wait, I think this is a standalone store, so this isn't the one. But yeah, they got a Panda Express there too. Interesting. I think I might have been there before. It looks very familiar. I think so, actually. Must I need to see some pictures. Photos. Yeah, this looks very familiar. I'm just looking over photos of the park. Yeah, they got the huge like Attack on Titan exhibits and shit like that. So yeah, I think I've been through this way before. It's been a while though, but yeah, definitely looks familiar. Basically, you saw Taco Bell. Oh shit, that's right. I got to get me some Taco Bell today because I found out that there's actually a Taco Bell not too far from where I live. Well, relatively speaking. I mean, it's Japan after all, so I had to like switch to like 3 trains to get there. But it's pretty close, and it's in Kanagawa. I think it's technically in Yokohama, although it's on like the fringe end of Yokohama, so it's a little bit south of where I'm at in Kawasaki. Yeah, they got one in a little mall that's down there, so I think we'll be paying a visit because it's been a while since I've had some Taco Bell. In fact, I think, yeah, shit, man. The last time I had Taco Bell was actually with Eric. It was on... That day was very special because not only were we filming for the Taco Bell stuff, which was another collab with Dude and Jules, but it was also my 15-year anniversary on YouTube. And it just kind of it just happened to like work out that way. So like we got there and we snuck a little bottle of Patron, and they had margaritas there, but they were they tasted good, but there wasn't a whole lot of alcohol to them. It was basically just enough to let you know, oh, this drink's a little spicy, but not like too much, you know. So we just added a little extra flavor, if you will, and then they started getting really fucking good. And then the Taco Bell food just tasted like way fucking better. Although, like, to be honest, like, I know it's Taco Bell and stuff, but like, I hold Taco Bell Japan to a higher standard than American Taco Bell. And to be honest, like, the one we went to, and I've gone to that one several times before. It was the one out in Shibuya. It was the first Taco Bell since they came back to Japan. And I've been to that one several times before, and it was always pretty good. But that particular time, I don't know, man. Like, the food just, it wasn't happening. And Eric definitely let it be known, because he's pretty particular about that sorts of stuff. Me, I'm a little more lenient, but even as lenient as I am, like, I'm like, yeah, the food's a little dry, or they only gave us mild sauce. Like, come on, bro, karai or die. You know? So we had to like specifically request for hot sauce, which is the hottest one they had. They don't even have, at least at the time they didn't. I don't know if they do now, but they didn't have Diablo or any other stuff. They had like the mild and the hot, and that's it really. Which I learned a little trick from my brother back when he worked at Taco Bell, where you get the hot sauce for the flavor, and then the Diablo, well, at the time they didn't have Diablo, they had Fire. But you get the hot sauce for the flavor, and then the Diablo for the heat. Karai or die, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be. I'm thinking about like making that a thing, karai or die. I'm wondering if like I can make like my own little food series, doing stuff like that. I could probably, make that with Eric or something like that, because he doesn't really deal well with spicy food. So it'd be funny getting his reaction to like really spicy stuff. And there's a lot of spicy food here in Japan. You have to look for it, but it's out there. So be a lot of fun. I don't want to blow my load too early and go to the that Fire ramen restaurant, which has like an insane amount of togarashi, spices and stuff. But I definitely want to go there at some point. But yeah.
these, and we'll get some side order of あと春巻き2つまあ spring rolled it.
Actually, I'll just clip this part because it's kind of.
Just going for these.
Because he just kind of went for it. Where's that? There we go. Boom.
So we're just going for these.
Okay, so. Somewhere in there. A little speed run action going, you know? Okay.
これ売り物ですか？
あ、売り物じゃないです。飾りで。
あら。
お待たせです。少々お待ちください。
これ売り物です。
Okay, I like that part.
これ売り物ですか？
あ、売り物じゃないです。飾りで。
あら、欲しかった。
可愛いですよね。
Okay, so. Okay. So I'll cut that part, and then this will be the part where he's like, "Oh, I wish I could buy it, but she said we couldn't." So it'll be like a.
Unfortunately.
Boop. Yeah. And I am trying to put like more Japanese, excuse me, into the Eric Mealtime videos, because I noticed with the recent one that I just did, which was when he went to a ryokan, that a lot of his audience was like super receptive to it, to having like more Japanese in the videos, especially with Eric doing translations and stuff. So I was like, all right, cool, no biggie. Whereas before I thought you might like turn some people off. But yeah, if they're down for it, then why not, right?
Unfortunately, this guy is not for sale. I really wanted to take him home. Panda, Usagi, Koala. Panda, Usagi, Koala. Where's your friends at? To take him home.
Oh. And then I think this. Oh no, this is the dude's video. Okay, cool. Alright, so we're in the right section here.
Alright, guys, so we are back.
Okay, just we'll clip off the tip there. Okay. Oop.
Take him home. Alright, guys, so we are back from Panda Express, and this is the whole fiesta we laid out for us today. So we got 2 plates. This one is chow mein today. This is for us today. This one is chow mein, and we got fried rice for the other one. And our entrees is the Angus steak right here.
Angus
we also
steak.
got honey walnut shrimp, I believe that is. And what was that one called? Black sesame chicken, right? What that is? Black sesame. shrimp, I believe that is. Black sesame chicken, right?
And I think this is
The orange chicken.
And then we also got some
Dumplings over here, and then we also got some spring rolls. Deep fried spring rolls.
Yeah.
I think this is like Panda's, like, out of everything at Panda Express, I think the most famous thing they have is their fortune cookies. This definitely has to be the most famous thing they have.
Forget sweet and sour, baby.
Yeah. So
You ready? Excited? We also got Sprite because it's 115 degrees outside and we're about to die. We're about to die.
Yeah. Okay.
Outside and outside and we're about to die.
Okay, so see, it's a pretty short section, but it's fine. Yeah, it's like what? Oop. 19 to 410. So yeah, it's about what, a minute. So not too bad. So now we're going to okay, so it's, where is it? Christ almighty, that is way too fucking close. Why is that so close? Oh, wait a minute. Huh? Hold on. I thought he 226. Hold on. Huh? Eh? I thought he said he didn't record these. Yeah. So these are recorded in 4K. Then why are these not recorded in 4K? What the hell? Huh. Soka. Well, that's good news, but at the same time, interesting. Alright, so that means we're going to have to redo the sequence settings. 3860, that's what it was. Or no, it's 2160, 3840. My bad. Right? Because it would be 60 minutes. Okay. Good. Alright. See, yep, that one looks good. Yep. Alright. That one's okay. So we just basically have to do a bunch of resizing. Great. Okay. 200 for the 1080p stuff, and then I have to go through like fucking everything, I guess. So we'll just make sure 200. Boop. Let's do a little copy and a little pasto. Let's see, Eric's. I think the whole thing in this section is in 1080, right? If memory serves. I don't. Yeah, the whole thing's in 1080. Okay. Well then, that'll make things a lot simpler. Boop. So, there you go. Alright, so quick little editing tutorial for y'all. If you want to add any sort of effects, or in this case change the size of the videos, the scale, if you will, and you want to apply that to multiple videos at once, you just go to, in this case, motion, right click, copy, and then just select your clips, hit Control V on the keyboard to paste, and you'll see by the little yellow ticker, sometimes it'll be like purple, I think, if it's an audio one. Let me check. So if it's like, I don't know, -15. Oh, it'll be yellow as well. Never mind. Come on there. Okay. So it's gonna save you some time here, which is good. So now it's gonna be at 4K, baby. So I don't know why those videos weren't at 4K, but the other ones were. That's so weird. That's so weird. I'll have to ask Eric about that. He'll probably won't know. He'll be like, I don't know, I just pressed the button. Because Eric is not the most technologically literate person out there. But we still love him. Gotta love him. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Come pie, shall we? And cheers.
Alrighty.
Let's start off.
Okay.
Let's start off with come pie, shall we? And cheers. Cheers and beers. And cheers. Cheers. And cheers. Cheers and beers. We're not having beers. We're having, what is this stuff called? Boba. Boba tapioca.
Cause I got this boba. Baby girl, I know that.
Boba tapioca. I think I've only had this like.
Boba tapioca. And I think they got the boba from the Cat Cafe, which, like I said, is going to be its own separate video. I think they got those from... No, they got something else. I think they might have got those from Panda Express. I'm not sure. Regardless.
Tapioca. I think I've only had this like once or twice in my life. How about you? About the same. About the same.
And we'll just keep this part.
I didn't get any tapioca. Only one. I got one little. Mmm. Oh, look at those balls of goodness. I didn't get any tapioca. Only one. I got one little.
Okay, maybe we'll cut that one down, actually. Now I think about it. So we'll do like a... Here. Okay. Just speed it up a little bit, you know.
I didn't get any tapioca. Only one. I got one little. Oh, look at those balls of goodness. It's a little sweet for me.
There.
Good flavor. Good flavor, though. It's got a good flavor, though. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Good flavor, though. Yeah. Milky. Yeah, it's milky. It's nice. Well, I mean, you can definitely taste the tea leaves, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It has like a, what?
Pureness?
A freshness about it or something.
It's close. You edit so many of these Eric Mealtime videos, you kind of like learn what he's gonna say.
Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah.
So we'll just...
Well, it's just so fun to suck up the...
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Well, it's just so fun to suck up the balls through the straw, right? Yeah. Well, but you gotta be careful they don't go right down your throat if you suck too hard. They go right down your throat, and then you don't get to chew them. Too hard. They go right down your throat. Be careful they don't go right down your throat. They go right down your throat, and then you don't get to chew them. They go right down your throat.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna use this little tool. Move it.
Go right down your throat, and then you don't get to chew them. You know what I mean? You suck too hard. You're going down. It's too hard.
Yeah. She already did.
Ones are really fun to chew. Right?
Yeah,
All right.
excited on that.
Let's save some for later. All right, let's get into this.
Yeah, I don't want to hit the drinks too hard. So.
You suck too hard. All right, let's get into this feast. Let's see what we got here. Panda Express Japan. They gave us some sauce. Is the sauce boss? Don't know. It's all in Japanese.
Hey, see, this is the thing. With a lot of his camera people, they just like move the camera. They don't really use the zoom all that much. Which they don't really know, like... This is something I've had to learn, with, especially with my Sony, is the minimum focusing distance. For his lens, for that camera, it's 40 centimeters, or about like a foot and a third, something like that. That's a lot. So in order to mitigate that, that's something I learned on the Cinnabon video shoot that we did, because I tried so hard to get like good close-ups of the cinnamon rolls, but my camera just wasn't working. I'm like, what the hell? But it turns out I was just like way too close. So that's why I'm going to be getting a lens to mitigate that, because the kit lens that I got, and Sony's kit lenses are usually pretty good, but for some reason the kit lens with the A7C just, I don't know, man, it definitely, I mean, it's a kit lens, so obviously you're not expecting like the highest of quality, but they definitely could have done a little better, especially with the minimum focusing distance. Definitely, I think they would have been able to tighten that up a bit. Then, you know. Or one of the things I think is if cameras could like tell like the minimum focusing distance, so that way it would like kind of let you know on the meter, like, hey man, you're too freaking close. You know? I mean, obviously if it's not in focus, then, you know, but sometimes you may think, well, the camera's focused on like the wrong things, right? And they have a lot of the wow. Is it raining out there? Holy shit. It's not raining. God damn. Did you guys hear that? Holy shit. Some loud ass thunder. Thor arriving. Oops, wrong one. He said it wasn't gonna rain until later, though. Yeah. Well, just like typical Japan, they've changed the schedule, apparently. So rain, thunderstorm starting in 7 minutes, which means I'm gonna have to postpone the Taco Bell for later. Probably make that a supper thing instead. Oh well, shogun and such. So, before we get too into the weeds here, oh, never mind. I thought something popped up. We'll just switch over so that way I can do my ordering real quick. So we'll do like a little quick intermission as I'm ordering stuff. I mean, I'll still be on, obviously, but yeah. So take the glasses off as I order damn. Order some stuff. I wonder if Uber Eats has been a little finicky lately. Like, sometimes they let my card go through, other times they don't. I don't know what the deal is. And if you're wondering, yes, there is money on the card. I checked. There is definitely money on there. Let's see. Today is Friday. Yep. Kinyobi. Yeah, if only there was some Panda Express, right? Yeah, no delivery partners for old McDonald's, unfortunately. And I bet everybody's gonna be running scared, so I'm probably not gonna be able to get anything. Let's find out, though. Got some karage. Butasho. Looks pretty good. Now this might take a minute actually, so what I'm thinking is, for the time being, I think we'll end things here on the live stream, because I know it's getting late for you guys out in Mercagen land, and I gotta order my food before the rain starts coming. I won't be able to get anything. So thank you guys for tuning in to this fairly short live stream. Normally I stream a bit longer than this. And anyway, with all that said, guys, this is Andy. Signing for now. As always, forever. We'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.